Welcome to the official Offspring podcast featuring Dexter and Noodles. In the next 10 minutes or so, you'll be subjected to all the ramblings, platitudes, and blathering bullshit we can dish out. In this webisode, Pete and Greg K are pissed off that they're not included.
Well, we're back.
Yeah.
I'm liking this. I like this format. All we need, we need one of those. Every show like this has the news chick, and she sits in the back and throws in witty comments once in a while.
Right.
And is always on cue with the laugh. You know?
Right.
So
she does the traffic or the weather and then, comes in.
And then laughs at whatever we say.
Right.
And it makes it seem funnier. It must be psychological. It makes whatever you're saying, it makes it seem funnier because someone's laughing in the background.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll work on that.
Got to get the traffic chick in here, yeah.
The traffic chick, yeah. Yeah. Well, Conan O'Brien lost his sidekick a long time ago. Andy.
Yeah, didn't he get him back though now? Or no?
Then he got him back.
He got him
Well,
back, but then not
course,
now.
But he didn't have a sidekick or anyone to laugh at his jokes, and he did all right. So we'll struggle on.
Well, he had a live audience though.
In
the studio. Yeah. We don't have that either.
Well, maybe we should get a laugh track. Just cue the laugh track. So. You wanted to talk about the tour we just did?
Yeah, the Unity tour we did this summer was a little different than anything we've ever done before, but really cool.
It was good.
It was a fun way to spend a month.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 weeks, and we decided to do this co-headlining tour with 311. Who we've kind of crossed paths with over the years. Right.
We've done other, festivals, radio festivals with them. So it wasn't a huge stretch, even though I think we are our two bands are pretty different musically, but
we get played on the same radio stations.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's what ties it all together.
I think there's
right?
a similar vibe, and I've seen those guys in surf videos. We've done surf videos and skate videos and stuff like that. So
For sure. Never mind. I was going to say, you can cut this out. They're stoned. We're drunk.
I don't think you should cut that out.
Okay. All right. Two sides of the same coin. We end up in the same place.
They do have a very stony audience, but they're a very groovy kind of band. We're a little bit more, heavy-fisted, I think, with what we're doing. Where they kind of bring it down. They have very mellow moments in a lot of their stuff.
You said fisted.
Fisted, yes. That was going to be the name of our band, wasn't it? Fisted.
Was it?
No. That was the Fist. What was the Fist band, the supergroup thing? We're way off target here now.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
but that tour, for whatever reason, they started it in Chicago. And so we kind of had to figure out, well, do we just fly to Chicago and start the tour or what? And the way it works out, actually, this is the way it works in the business world. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but maybe people might be interested in this, is that we got an offer to play this, I guess it was a festival in Edmonton, right?
Right, Boonstock? Boonstock, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. Now, why anyone would name their festival Boonstock is beyond me.
It was out in the boonies, I think.
Oh, okay.
Outside of Edmonton.
There was one in Florida called Livestock, right?
Yeah. Outside of Tampa.
Which kind of fit.
That's a radio festival too.
It sort of fit the clientele well, actually. But so we had this offer to play this show in Edmonton, and another one I think right before it or right after it, and so it kind of made sense. We could go up there, and then we weren't as far from Chicago. So then it was kind of like, how do we get to Edmonton? So we thought, well, let's just do our own shows for like a week. So we ended up playing. We kind of, the bus is driving along the road. So we're in Vegas, and then we went to Reno, and then went to
Seattle, then Vancouver, then Dawson Creek.
That's right.
It was out in the middle of nowhere. Talking about, that was out in the boonies, actually. That was the one.
I'm not, we don't book our own shows. We have people who do that, right? So I don't know how something like that gets thrown in the mix. It kind of makes sense to go to Seattle and Vancouver, and now you're in Canada, and you'll end up in Edmonton. Right. And Dawson Creek it's literally about 700 miles out of the way.
Right.
Like,
it's in the middle of British Columbia, right?
The Yukon Territory,
north of Vancouver, but yeah.
And it was a great show, actually.
It was amazing. It was it's a hockey like a hockey arena, and it was packed.
It was packed.
Tons of people. It was a great show. It was us. We had the Terrible Things out with us for a while. Another great band.
That's right.
You know, kind of a mini super group, if you will. They all come from other bands, and a lot of fun, really good band. And yeah, it was just so much fun.
Right. So see, what tends to happen is you think you're playing like this town that's out in the sticks or whatever. You're like, oh man, this show's gonna suck. You know, there's only 20 people in this whole town, and then it does really great.
Yeah.
And you're all stoked. And then, you know, really it's probably because no one really ever comes to the town.
yeah, totally.
Right? So,
you know,
the more fucked up the town you play, the better the show is. So we've got to go to like fucking, you know, Swaziland.
Really? You went with Swaziland. All right, yeah.
God. Burkina Faso? I don't know.
Yeah, Chad.
Chad.
You know?
Let's go to Chad. We'd have a fucking awesome show in Chad.
Yeah.
African tour.
Because no one ever goes there. They're just going to automatically want to come
they're
see
gonna,
us
They're
play.
going to come in throngs.
Yes. I don't know if that's going to work that way. Vancouver, what was really cool about Vancouver is that we had a night off either before or after the show, and Maiden was there. So me and Pete and Todd got to go check out Iron Maiden. And it was rad. It was a rad show, but what was crazy to me about it is they didn't play any hits. There was no Flight of Icarus. There was no Run to the Hills, you know. There was no 2 Minutes to Midnight. They didn't do any of these songs, but they still, it was a great show. They've, you know, their set design's awesome. The guys are just running around, especially Bruce. He's just on fire, you know, and tons of, guitar noodling. So
right,
that's kind of fun. So it was fun. It's a good show.
Yeah, it sounded like it was cool. I didn't make it that night.
Yeah.
But where was that again? Seattle?
That was in Vancouver.
Right.
And then when we played Boonstock in Edmonton, that was our competition. They were playing the same night.
Yeah.
Remember? So yeah. We went up against
they're playing the Enormo Dome.
Yeah.
And we're 10 miles down the road playing fucking Boonstock.
10 miles, like 40 miles outside of Edmonton, yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
God. Oh, great. But it was actually really good.
Dude, how about yeah, that was funny too. The Boonstock, you know, a beer company was doing a promotion there. An American beer company, you know, of all things in Canada, was doing a promotion up there, and they had this big, clear, inflatable ball, and it had two girls in shorts and tank tops inside the ball,
that's
crowd
right.
surfing
That's right.
over everybody.
Giant inflatable clear plastic ball.
Yeah.
Over the crowd. It was, I don't know, like Austin Powers or something, but it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, God, so wrong. It was just so wrong. It really was.
That doesn't, you know.
And the crowd's just pushing the ball around. These poor girls are tumbling on top. There's two girls in it, so they're tumbling on top of each other, trying to crowd surf.
Right, in bikinis. No, that doesn't trivialize women at all.
No. There was nothing sexist about that at all. Yeah.
Nothing. It just happened to be two girls in bikinis in that ball. It could have been anybody.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up this time. Be sure to check back soon for another installment of the official Offspring podcast. Now go on, get out of here.